Wagwan fams, welcome back to Vibe with Chelsea. So today I'll be showing you guys how to do faux locks. First I show you guys how to do a distressed faux locks. Then the rest of the video will be about butterfly locks. If you want to see the end result, please stay tuned and watch the entire video. If you're new to my channel and you're liking my content so far, please do hit the subscribe button, turn your post notification bell on to be notified every time I post a video. And if you're already a part of the fam club, keep the support coming. I really love and appreciate you guys.
Check. No delay, you know what it is. It's a voice upgrade and we're going to get into it because the style we'll be doing today is very buzzy, so mum had to go voice upgrade. Basically, we're using Ocean wax at the base of the hair and just plotting out the client's natural hair. You're going to plot all of the hair, of course, and that is the root of each locks. We'll be using 3 packs of expression braid, but it's the springy afro twist. And it's basically 2.5 pack, almost 3 packs, and of course we need that crochet needle. Now we plait the hair with the root a little bit loose so you can push the needle in easily. Hook the afro twist here in the needle, then pull it back through the base of the plait. Release the needle, then pull through the afro twist here. The left side, or what's in the left hand, will be the length of the locks. Then what's in the right hand will be used to wrap both the client's natural hair and the afro twist here that we used to measure the length, and we're wrapping as tight as possible. So this one is the example of the regular distressed faux locks. We use that description because it has that natural look where you have a few strands of hair loose, so it's not too neat and fine where it doesn't look like a real rasta locks. So that's why you get the description, distressed. This here that we're working with, the springy afro twist here, it naturally has that texture, so we didn't have to do any preparation. We didn't have to pre-stretch it or loosen it or anything like that. It comes just like you're seeing it here, and we wrap the client's hair as well as the afro twist here until we get to the length that the client agreed to. And in this case we're doing it at bob length, so you know that's roughly shoulder height. Now when you reach to the length that you desire, you wrap upward to close off the locks. Now this here, as I said, not much preparation is needed. All I do is the excess here that is left, we just wrap it upward, and you'd realize that close to the end of the hair it's like one strand of hair, and I just wrap it around and it stays there. So I really enjoyed using this here. It's the springy afro twist here, the expression brand. Now we have finished the distressed faux locks. I hope you guys caught that. Now we're going to move on to the butterfly lock. So again, we insert the crochet needle in the base of the plait, add the afro twist here, pull it through, have what's in the left hand for the length of the hair. We're going to combine that with the client's natural hair, and then we use what's in the right hand to wrap both the client's natural hair and the afro twist. Now we're doing the butterfly locks. You realize that after about 3 or 4 wraps, I put my thumb there and wrap around my thumb. Then I continue wrapping and remove my thumb to get that butterfly look. We're going to slow it down, of course, so that everybody can catch it. So pay attention. Insert the crochet needle in the base of the plait, hook the afro twist here on, and then pull it through. I am using afro twist in this video, but of course you can use many other types of hair. We're gonna separate some of the hair in the left hand. Then we're gonna combine it with the client's natural hair that was already plaited. What's in the right hand, we're gonna now use and wrap the hair. Now this is the butterfly locks, so I'm gonna insert my thumb after every 3 to 4 wraps. Wrap the hair around my thumb. Then after wrapping and securing that loop, I remove my thumb and continue wrapping. You'd realize you're getting that butterfly look. So each 3 to 4 wraps, depending on how far apart you want each loop to be, you insert your thumb, wrap around your thumb, and then after wrapping around, one more time after you wrap your thumb, you remove your thumb and that loop will be there. Now you wrap until you reach the desired length. So make sure that if you run out of hair like I did right here, you add a little bit more hair, wrap around your thumb when it is necessary, continue wrapping, and each time you're wrapping as tight as possible because you want the hair to stay in place. So you continue wrap till you reach the length. When you reach the length, you start wrapping upward with the hair that was in your right hand. When that is finished, you wrap upward with the rest of the hair that was in your left hand. So we're basically locking, closing off the locks. As you can see there, of course, you're gonna avoid wrapping out over the loops because you don't wanna tighten the loops. You want the loop look. That's where you get that butterfly locks.
Organ farm.
know my section of the class, I wonder if I left them out today. Yeah man, you run at the back me attack. You were always a chat with a friend man. I do it again for you man. So the people at the back, pay attention. Insert the crescent needle in the base of the plait. Hook the afro twist here onto the needle and then pull it through the base. Release the crescent needle. Then use your finger to pull through the afro twist here. The hair in your left hand, you're gonna separate a section of the ear to combine with the client's plaited natural hair, and that's gonna be the length of the locks. Then you start wrapping with the hair in your right hand. You're gonna wrap the base about 2 times first, and then you continue wrapping. When you want to add a loop to get that butterfly look, you insert your thumb like you see I've just done, and then you continue wrapping and remove your thumb. And about each 3 to 4 wraps, I insert my thumb to get that loop. Then I continue wrapping, and remember to keep wrapping as tight as possible. At times you'll run out of hair and you just simply get more hair. In this case we're using the afro twist expression here, and again wrap and then insert your thumb to get the butterfly look. Continue wrapping. You realize that the locks at the front are longer because it goes over the shape of the client's head. Now we're gonna put on another loop at the end of the locks. Now that we have matched the length, we're going to close off the locks by wrapping upward with the hair that we were using in the right hand. When that is finished, you'd realize that you still have a little bit of excess here in the left hand. You're going to use that excess here as well to wrap upward and close it off. So the people in the back, since you had missed it the first time, I hope you paid attention this time and got it, because you know I'm having a back a little bit. You know, it's a natural look, Rasta look, so you know not much edges will be there. Just using the Fashion Plus edge control to hold any excess here that is there, just adding it to the edge locks, so we're not really creating any edges or anything like that. There you have it. That butterfly locks look fits her. Looks like a real Rasta though. I hope you guys loved it and I hope you guys learned.